that's honest, open, and transparent. If you didn't know, now you know. So sit back and unwind as we bring the vibe and a little bit of glorious sunshine to your heart, soul, and mind. Your lovely host, Hot Donna, will be with you in just a few moments. But while you wait, go ahead and set an atmosphere of peace in your space. If you can, cut the lights down low, get your hydration on, vibration zone. Cause tonight, you're about to receive some delicious food for your soul. Are you ready? Are you ready? It's about to get hot. You are indeed in the one and only place to be this evening. We appreciate you for joining us, and in just a few moments, we about to turn the heat all the way up. That's right. It's about to go down right now on Hot Topics with Donna. Show your virtual love by smashing that thumbs up and heart icon as many times as you can. And without further ado, I have the distinct pleasure of introducing your host, the one and only Hot Donna.
Hello, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Hot Topic with Donna. I am your host, Donna Taylor, here live from DTV. Hot stands for honest, open, and transparent. I am so glad that you guys are with me today. I am excited, and I'm going to be doing something different. I'm going to be trying something different here on Hot Topics with Donna. But today, I just want to say I hope you guys had an amazing Thanksgiving. I know I did. I got to spend it with my children, well, one of my sons and my grandchildren, my daughter-in-law. And it was just a beautiful thing to have Thanksgiving, just celebrating life in itself. I'm truly thankful. Guys, listen, cherish the people that you have, because we never know the day nor the hour that they're going to check up out of here. And we're never going to be ready, but just love people. Just love people. So I'm going to get started, and let me show you. A lot of you know, some of you may not know, I am an author. It's called An Imperfect Marriage, Saved by Grace. I will be having a book signing coming up in January or February, so just be looking out for the details. It's time for me to push my book just as hard as I'll be pushing Hot Topics with Donna and other things that I am doing. I'm truly excited. This book signing for me is going to be different, so I will be reaching out to different people to be a part of this book signing. But yeah, if you want to get it now, you can get it on Amazon, or I will have copies, and you can just inbox me, and I can sign your copy, and you can purchase a copy that way. But yes, An Imperfect Marriage, Saved by Grace. Guys, go check it out. This is a memoir about me. I have photos in there. So yeah, if you want to know more about me, into my personal life, into my personal journey, please, by all means, you can buy it, or you can wait to the book signing, which whenever you choose to do. But thank you in advance to the ones that's already purchased the book. And so now I want to tell you guys, every time I do these lives, I learn more, get more understanding, have so many people like behind the scenes, like backing me. So now you guys know I have a YouTube channel. It's called Donna Taylor Network. But I'm super excited to be able to go live, to go on YouTube. And now one of my friends, Patrick, out of Georgia, I am doing it audio too, so I can be on his platform, on a radio platform in Georgia. Guys, God has truly been good to me doing this podcast. There are so many people behind the scenes that's always saying, hey, this is how you can make this better. This is what you need to add. And I'm truly, truly thankful for all the people that pour into Hot Topics with Donna. So I'm going to go ahead and give you the word of the day. And then I'm going to bring my guest on. And then we're just going to have some great conversations. So the word that I chose for my guest, so you guys know I always have my little devotional journal. That's where I get these words in the Bible verse from. So the one I'm using today for him is creativity. And it says, we are what he has made us, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand to be our way of life. And that came from Ephesians, I want to say 2 and 10. So I'm going to go ahead and bring my guest on. Let me see if he's on. So just hold on for a minute. Hold on. Thank you guys. Whoever is on, just say hello. Okay, so I already invited my guest. So hopefully he'll be on soon. But like I said, I'm super, super excited about what God is doing in this season of my life. I just have so much stuff that's coming up. But I am a person that likes to just do what I'm going to do. And then once it's completed, then the finished product, everybody else will see it at the same time. But one thing I do want to encourage you guys. Hey, Douglas, one thing that I want to encourage you guys is whatever you're doing, make sure that God is a part of it. I know a lot of times we do things and we jump out on our own, and then a lot of times it fails. But to God be the glory, he still gives us grace and mercy. But whatever you're doing, make sure his hands is in it. Make sure it's what you're supposed to be doing in this season of your life, and everything else will fall into place. So I'm just going to wait a few minutes and give my guest a chance to come on, and then we will get started. So I send him to friend request. Douglas, how are you today? Hey, Sissy, how are you? How's school going? That is one of my model sisters, Jaquana. Yep. So I'm going to see. I'm going to wait for him to get on. So you guys know how this technology works. Girl, are you about finished school? I'm just waiting. I just sent him a message, so he should be joining shortly. I think so. Jaquana, what are you going to school for? Girl, I know, right? I took one final, so now I got one I got to do tonight. But I'm super excited. We're just one step closer to another milestone, and I'm so proud of you. All your modeling stuff you're doing, I'm so proud of you, sis. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Just do you. So I'm still waiting. You know how it is. You guys talk to me. Douglas, welcome, welcome, welcome. Can you tell people where you're from? Uh, Girl, you're almost done. Oh, see, that's part of that's a great thing to be a part of, because with all your sisters doing different things, you're gonna be able to help us manage our money and make sure we're doing it in the right way. We're not like just spending crazy. So that's awesome. That is so awesome. I have 18 credit hours to complete. So I'll graduate next year as well. Douglas, thank you. You guys welcome Douglas from Columbia, South Carolina. Thank you for tuning in. I am still waiting on my guest. And you guys know how I do. If I have to go out, I will, to make sure he gets on. Yep. So we're just waiting. So if I have to go out, guys, please come back. Let me just see where he's at. Um, so I'm going to give him about 5 more minutes before I get started and go back out to bring him on. And so, Douglas, can you tell us what you do in Columbia, South Carolina? Thank you and welcome. I'm still waiting, guys. Jaquana, did you have a good Thanksgiving? Hey, Queen. Hey, my sister. I feel like I haven't seen you guys or talked to you guys in forever. I'm still waiting for my guest to get on. Yeah, I had a good time too. I guess if y'all saw my videos, y'all know we really had a good time. Yep. So hold on. Like I said, if I have to go out, I know it's been for a while since we've seen each other. Oh, that is awesome. So we'll Douglas he owns an event venue and he's starting a mobile billboard company. And so will your billboard company like be like just in the South Carolina area or will it be global, if you will? Okay, sis. All right. I'm gonna text you later so we can catch up, but I'm still waiting for my guest to come on. If he doesn't come on, then I will, you know how I do. I'll go ahead and do my topic that I already have prepared. And you guys know I can do that because I have something pressing anyway that I was going to talk about. So Douglas said he's going to do Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Atlanta, Georgia, and Florida. Oh, wow. So Douglas, maybe I can have you on and you can explain to us how the mobile billboard works and what that all entails. So I'm going to give my guest 5 more minutes. If he's not on in 5 more minutes, then I'm going to move on because I'm not going to hold you guys up. And we're going to talk about some things that's been in the news, that's been pressing, and it's been heavy on my heart. So I'm going to talk about that. So I'm giving him 5 minutes, and then I'm going to move on because you know how I wrote this show right here. Douglas, so I'm just gonna have you on the show so you can talk about this billboard, traveling billboard, because I feel that's going to be very interesting because I never seen it done that way. Okay, guys. So I said I was going to give him 5 minutes, and so I'm getting ready to get started. If he hops on doing my live, then that's fine. Then I'll come back to the segment with him, but I'm not going to prolong the show. So, yep. So, a lot of you have seen in the news, I think it was last week or the week before, where a young guy, African American kid, end up getting losing his life at school. And so, and from hearing everybody talk, it was due to bullying. And so for me, that's very, very like a no, because I have a nonprofit organization. And that is one thing I teach my young ladies is that we do not bully at all. We all come from different backgrounds. We all look different. We are shaped different. It doesn't matter if we're size 2 or 22. So it does not matter. And it was just sad to see this kid lose his life on TV while his peers video. And so I'm going to talk about bullying and what it is. And so the sad thing about it that hurt me the most is because I am an educator. I see kids bully. I talk to kids about this exact same thing about how bullying can lead to death, or even if you don't take your own life, somebody else will. And clearly this is what we're seeing. Hey Gina, my niece is all the way from Maryland. And so I'm going to talk to you about bullying. And um and so bullying is an unwanted, aggressive behavior among school children that involves real or perceived power imbalance. The behavior is repeated or has the potential to be repeated over time. And so I'm going to give you um, some the order of how bullying can take place. One is an imbalance of power. So they use their power, physical strength, access to embarrassing information, or popularity. We see it all the time. My niece probably can attest to that. She's in the school system um, as well. Crazy. I just did a lesson on bullying with all my fifth graders. I can send to you. Oh, yeah, please do. And so that's one order to be considered bullying. The second order is, but even in this imbalance of power, it can change over time. It just depends. And then the second one is repetition. So bullying has to happen over and over and over, more than one time. More than one time. And the crazy thing is, we, and I'm just including myself, just as a whole, we take bullying nowadays as, oh, it's okay. They're just kids being kids. Words don't hurt you. That's a lie. Words do hurt you. Because when I was growing up, they used to say sticks and stones may break my bones, but word would never hurt us. It does, because words leave a lasting effect on our lives. It hinders our self-esteem sometimes. We get depressed. So we have to be careful how we choose our words. And especially we need to be able to tell our kids about the effects that bullying has. And so, Gina, when you talked about um, the difference between bullying and a conflict and a me moment, so what were some of their response being fifth graders? Because I think these kids, the one that they were the one that actually um, did the stabbing was only 14 years old. So how did you teach them how to, figure out which one, and what was some of their comments? And while she's waiting, so I'm going to give you types of bullying. There's verbal bullying, social bullying, cyber, sexual, and property damage. Hey, Kim, how are you? So these are some types of bullying. The first one we're going to deal with is verbal, because most of the time bullying starts off verbally, but then most of the time it can start off cyber, meaning the internet, because our kids have way too much leeway with these phones, with the internet, to do a whole lot of things. And so verbally, they say it's teasing, name calling, inappropriate sexual comments, taunting, and threatening to cause harm. And listen, if you have any young adults. Bullying can start at preschool. I was in preschool for 14 years. I seen it there too. So don't think bullying is only at the upper grades. No, it starts at preschool. But a lot of times in my research on bullying, a lot of times bullying starts at home because sometimes we have parents that bully and then the kids pick that up as well. So Gina said, so we talked about a mean moment, which is something that only happens once. And while it may hurt their feelings and it may be bad, it's a quick, mean moment. And normally, hopefully, they apologize. Absolutely. Because we have those moments too. We have those moments where, like, we just don't want to really be nice to our coworkers because of whatever. And we just have to be transparent about that. So we all have mean moments, but when we have those moments, like Gina said, we have to say, hey, I can go back and apologize and be like, I really didn't mean it. I was just having a moment. Now we can't keep having too many of those mean moments. And we have to make sure we tell our youth that. And then the second one is social bullying. And this involves hurting someone's reputation. This can be in relationships. This can be leaving someone out of something, like which we see our kids do. Our kids may not pick you, so you done left me out. So that's social bullying, spreading rumors, embarrassing people in public, or telling others not to be a friend. And Gina said a conflict involves both parties, and when someone does something, you do something back. An example can be like hit you and then take something of yours. And again, it's once, but it's still a back and forth. Hold on, I'm trying to read it, Gina. Back and forth. And with bullying, it normally one person that the one being picked on. It has to happen over time, and it's not just one time. It's repeated. Absolutely, it is repeat. It is repetitive. So I don't know with this kid that lost his life. I just feel like something could have been done, but we don't know. We only hear what the news tell us. But for me, that was a moment to say we have to do better as educators, as parents, as grandparents. It doesn't matter. We should all be held accountable when we are involved in children's lives. If Sally is not getting what she needs at home, if she's in my class, then I need to make sure I'm giving her the best tools that I can give her to make sure she's not bullying or being bullied. And we have to teach these kids to put these phones down and help. Too many, there should not be violence in schools and kids are filming and videoing it. That to me shouldn't even be going on. And the kids responded very well because I allowed them to have a safe place where they can tell someone, a friend, a teacher, tell someone. I asked them if they have been bullied or if they have been bullied. And Gina, that's the most important thing. When we can provide a safe place for our children, then maybe, just maybe, kids won't lose their life like this kid did. Because bullying is serious, guys. It's very serious. I see it all the time. I'm at a school, a high school. I see it all the time. When my kids say something sideways to somebody else, I check them quickly and say, listen, we can't do that. And even when it's teasing, people, everybody's not built for teasing. Like I just said, sticks and stones may break my bones. Everybody's not built. Everybody's not built for teasing. So we have to teach our children. You have to know who you can tease with and who you can't. You have to know. You have to know. And then most of the time, kids going to start destroying some stuff. if they're being bullied because they're letting out their frustrations because they don't feel they have the power to stand up to the bully. Gina said, yes, it's heartbreaking. I got to get on class, but yes, definitely talk about it. It's such a good topic. Give me a call when you. Okay, I love you. Thank you for joining. Love you, love you, love you. Hey, Crystal. But and so then there's the physical bullying, and this when Elizabeth said some children have have had a hard time opening up to their parents. As parents, we can tell, but we are some ways to get we can wait a minute, but we are some ways to get them to open up about it. But Elizabeth, how do you suggest that parents open up or let their kids open up about being bullying? Because, like I said earlier, a lot of times bullying starts sometimes at home. We have to have safe places for kids to say, Mom, this is going on. Only because it's a boy or a girl, we shouldn't be telling them to toughen up. We shouldn't tell them to suck it up. We should be saying, okay, what's going on? How can I help you? And then we should be going to the administrator to say, listen, this is a problem for my child. And I need to figure out how we're going to help my child, not only my child, but how we're going to help the child that's doing the bullying, because evidently there's something missing on that aspect too. Oh, thank you. I tried something different. Thank you. But yeah, but bullying is so serious because it broke my heart because there's two families destroyed. And the thing about it is, when we don't address the issue, this type of stuff happens, tragedy happens. So we have to do better. We have to do better. Absolutely. And Gina was just responding to Elizabeth and said they have to have a safe place. Your children should feel the most comfortable in their home, having a safe space to say, this happened to me today. We need to listen more. We need to take these cell phones, we need to take these computers, and we need to be spending quality time and quantity time with our children. Do we still, a lot of us may not still sit at the table and have dinner like we did when we was growing up, so we can know what's going on. And if you don't, and I know your life is busy, if you're cooking, hey, say, sit at the table while I'm cooking. Let's have a chit chat. What's going on today? We have to stop allowing our children to close themselves off in the room and their own God knows what. And then when tragedy happened, then you want to say, what did I do? What did I miss? What we miss is that we miss the mark with our children. We miss the mark looking at them and say, they're not talking like they used to. They're dressing different. They're wearing different stuff. Their style is not how it used to be. But we have to pay attention to our children. And we as parents have to pay attention to how we conduct ourselves and whether or not we're bullying, because we can be bullied as parents. We can have girlfriends that's bullying. You can have people in your family that bullies you. It doesn't, bullying is all across the board. It doesn't stop because it's high school, middle school, primary school. You can have bullies in your house. You can have bullies on your job. You can have bullies in your family. So no one is exempt from being bullied. You just have to know what it is and how it is. And the main thing, we have to teach our children how to set boundaries. How do you set boundaries? Because I used to didn't have no boundaries until I was like, no. Because if I don't have boundaries, that's saying you can treat me any kind of way. You can speak to me any kind of way. And so when we teach our children, there's such things as boundaries. You need to have boundaries with your friends. You need to have boundaries with your peers in school. And when we have a standard of what we will allow, then maybe our kids won't be bullied. Then maybe you as a grown up won't be bullied. And so bullying happens, it says, most of the time during school, after school, and happens in school buildings, like in like the locker room, on the playground, on the bus, and on the internet. But I challenge you as parents, guardians, grandparents, make sure make sure you know who your children are hanging with. Because if they're hanging with Johnny and then um your child's acting different, then you should be saying, what is it? Like, what's going on? Don't be saying, oh, well, just a teenager. No, something is happening. Something is happening. If they start to have a different swag, or if they saying that their name is this, they call me this. No, you need to check who they're hanging with. You need to go in their room and check what's going on, because a lot of times they are hiding stuff that you don't even know that they're hiding. Parents, we can't get so lax that we just be like, oh, well, that's their room. No, you don't pay bills here. I can go in your room and do a check anytime I want to. And I used to do it with my boys. They didn't like it. This is my room. Yes, it is your room, because I allow you to live here, because that's what parents do. Until you get your own place, then that's your place. But when you're here, I have to make sure that I am protecting you, whether you know I'm protecting you or not. And we got to stop being so quick to say, oh, they're my friend. Yes, they can be your friend once they get to a certain age that you can start building that friendship even the more. But we need to parent. We need to parent. And that's what's wrong with a lot of kids. Parents want to be their homegirl, homeboy. That cannot be, because as soon as they lose that respect for you, it's going to be hard to grab it back. And sometimes you may not get it back. Just saying. So parents, like, it's okay to be cool with your kids. I was cool with my kids, but I'm mom first. I'm mom first. I'm not your homegirl. But parents want to be cool. Be cool when you set standards. Be cool when you have an expectation that you want them to meet, so they won't fall into bullying someone, or they won't be bullied by someone. And then it says why some youth bully. Peer pressure. Because they want to be with the in crowd. They want to be with the in crowd. And adults, we do it too. We do it too. So like I said, you're not exempt. We want to be in the in crowd. And so we allow people to bully us and say, girl, let's go over here. You know you shouldn't be going over there. Same difference. We're just bigger people. But peer pressure. They want to be who got the who's in and the latest Jordans and all this. All that is fine, but when are we going to instill morals and values in our children and let them know that everybody don't have the means to dress a certain way, but that doesn't give you the right to bully them if they're not in J's, if they're not in whatever the latest fashion is. That's why we need to teach our children that create your own style. You don't have to look like me. I don't have to look like you, but this is my style. Hey, maybe, just maybe you want to rock my style. But that doesn't give them the right to bully people because of their dress attire, how they look. It doesn't. It doesn't. And then family factors. And it says bully can come from where there is aggression or violence in the home. It says it may be a parent or caregiver that do not provide emotional support or communication. So there again, it starts at home. It starts at home. And if I don't say anything else on this whole live, parents, let's make sure we're raising healthy children, giving them that some emotional support they need, giving them that love they need. If they're a boy and they cry, don't tell them to suck it up and be a man. God gave all of us the same emotion. So why would he give me the emotions to cry and say, "Oh well, I'm gonna tell the men, I don't. I'm gonna take that emotion away from you." He gave man and woman, boy and girl, the exact same emotions, and we as parents, we have to nurture our young men just as well as our young women. Only because they cry, it doesn't make them weak, it makes them human. Because then what happens is when they grow up and become young men, and then when they grow older and get wives or girlfriends, they're not going to be emotionally connected because they don't know how, because they was always taught men don't cry. You shouldn't be crying. We have to teach our men it's okay to cry. If it's okay to cry, if that's how you got to get what you need to get, then it's okay. And we're not saying cry at everything, but it is okay to cry. Hey Robert, hey Karen, hey Luanda. And so um and so when they see this violent behavior or aggressive behavior in the family, it says that they are going to start acting out on that. It may not, some kids may not do that, but some may. So we have to make sure if we're going to argue or have disagreements, I like to say, in a family, let's make sure we're doing it with love. Or let's, if you feel like you just can't do it in love, then you need to take a walk and say, I'll be back. Because at the end of the day, we have to protect our babies at all costs. We have to protect them at all costs. So when they get grown, they won't say, this is all I know. Then they go to school and they bully their friends. So we have to make sure if they're not getting it home, if you're an educator or grandparent, a friend, a neighbor, a male mentor, a female mentor, let's make sure we're raising these kids to love who they are and to know that they are someone special because God created them. And we have to be able to do that. And we have to be able to say, listen, I see you changing. Something is not right. We can't get too busy for our children. We cannot. I know I'm a mom. I was a single mom with two boys, trying to go to school full time, work full time, but I still had to make sure that I did what I had to do. And then I had a brother that stepped in and helped raise them. So we have to make sure that we are giving our children the best that we can give them with whatever we have. We don't have to have a lot of money to give our kids the best. We don't have to have a lot of money for our kids not to bully. We just have to have enough patient love, understanding, and a safe place where they know that if I come to Robert, he's gonna accept me. He's gonna allow me to vent. If I come to LaWanda, she's gonna listen to me with an open heart and help me get what I need. And we're missing the mark, people. We are missing the mark because our children, they go through so much, so much. And then it says who's at risk of being bullied. And it says people in the city, suburbs, or rural towns. But I feel everybody's at risk. Whether you're rich, poor, white, black, brown, doesn't matter. We're all at risk. But the main thing that I want to tell you guys is make sure that when you see kids being bullied or teasing, just make sure you say, this is not cool. What's going on? What's happening? And so, signs a child may be bullying others because you know your child. It says kids may be bullying others if they get into a physical or verbal fight, have friends who bully others, are having increased aggressiveness, get sent to the principal's office, and blame others for their problems. So those are just some signs that they say that you can tell if a child is bullying others. So in my closing, it says effects that bullying have on people. They have social, emotional, academic, mental health issues, depression, anxiety, decreased appetite, and health complaints. These are all things that people, children, can have when they're being bullied. So I challenge each and every person that's on here that's going to look at the live. Hey, Dewan, thank you for joining. Can't wait for our interview. We're going to turn it up. But I just want you guys to really, really pay attention to the youth that's in your life. Because, like I said, when that young man was stabbed and it was on TV, that shouldn't have happened. And we have to teach our children, put these phones down and stop videoing everything. Because, like this unfortunate incident, that is something a parent shouldn't have to watch over and over again. But we, as parents, as educators, as leaders on our workplace, even if you're working in a workplace and you have bullying, you that's just something you shouldn't allow. We have to take care of our youth. We have to. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But guys, I love you. Thank you for tuning in. As I said before you guys came on here, I will be doing a book signing in January or February. I haven't decided, but I will be having different people come as guests for this book signing. I'm so super excited. It's been out for a year now, but now I'm getting ready to have a book signing so I can meet a lot of you, hopefully. But if you want to get it, you can inbox me, and I will have books on hand to that you can purchase, or you can go on Amazon. And for that, I'm grateful. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I am getting used to this. Robert, you will be so proud of me. Like, I am doing it from YouTube and live, and I am doing a recorded version. So it will be aired in Georgia for a radio station. So I'm super, super excited about that. So with that being said, I'm not going to keep you guys that long. I'm going to get off, but I love you. Robert, you just put me down. I know you big time guys. You know, Robert is like my, he's like my mentor, and I always give him a hard time, but yeah, he's big time photographer. I love him truly, truly. He has been my ride or die friend. He he has been my ride or die friend, loving me, pushing me, and I am so thankful because we always should give people that push us and love us their flowers while they're living, and I truly want to give him his. I always give him a hard time. When you're a big time photographer, celebrity photographer, they put little people like me on the back burner, but I love you. Guys, be blessed. If you or someone that want to be on the podcast, all you got to do is reach out to us at Detailer Network. And here on our podcast, we interview ordinary people doing extraordinary things in their life and in their community. So, hey, if you got topics you want me to talk about, all you got to do is inbox me and we can make it happen. Let me see. Okay. You always call me out. I love it. Oh, yeah. But I do. I really do. I have to see you. I haven't seen you in a minute, but I love you, my friend. Guys, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. I love you. You guys have truly, truly loved on me in this last 2 years. We're going into 3 years, and I'm so thankful. I'm steady growing. And I'm just happy because it's people like Robert and LaWanda and Crystal and Jaquana and Queen, all the people that support me, all the people that say, hey, I need you to come and do my red carpet. I am truly, truly thankful. I wouldn't trade it for the world. This has truly been a journey for me. We're at the last month of the year. I can't wait to see where God is taking me, and I'm just super, super excited. Like I said, I have a lot of things that I am doing in this season of my life, but once it's complete, then I will share it with you guys. But continue to pray for us as we continue to grow. And with that being said, good night, and I will see you. Daquan, we're gonna party next week, right? So, but my guest tonight had a circumstance he couldn't be on, but we will reschedule his interview. But while I am thinking about it, I'm going to show you. This is his energy drink. I will save it until our next interview. I will put the information in here where you can order it. I have not drank it yet, so I will wait until I do my interview with him. So with that being said, I love you guys. Have a good night. Be blessed and be safe. Bye.